Church family, hey, I'm at my home, taking some time to think, and pray, and study about this weekend, right? And in a few hours, Dave Johnson and myself are going to get together and think and pray and study regarding this weekend because we're teaching together. So this little video is all about this weekend, and so I just want to let you know a few things. One is it's going to be a little bit of a different format. As Dave and I are teaching together, I would imagine some things that we don't have planned will happen. We're going to have fun, and there'll be some banter for sure. But we're also going to explore the scriptures, the first 7 verses in Acts chapter 19. And so we'll do that together. And then we want to share our story with you. As it's Pentecost Sunday, we're looking at the Gentile Pentecost in Acts chapter 19 and the Holy Spirit's movement and proximity with his people. We want to share with you just some things that we're seeing God do in our friendship and in our church with all of you, because we believe it's supernatural and it's really beautiful. And so that's this weekend. Come on out. We're going to have a good time together. And I want to let you know this too, at the risk of focusing a little bit too much on this. We're moving kind of out of COVID slowly but surely. I think I can say that. And in that, it's clunky, isn't it? It's a little awkward. And so one of the ways that a few leaders and myself from our church family got together, and one of the things we feel really convicted by is this. We want to keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing is not COVID. It's not anything COVID related. That's a thing, but it's not the main thing. The main thing is Jesus. The main thing is what Jesus is doing in and through our church family. And so we want to keep the main thing the main thing. And so we created a little bit of a framework, super simple, that sort of lays out how we're thinking about COVID and the vaccine and moving through this season. And so here it is. Very simply, up to this point, we've encouraged people to follow Minnesota state guidelines. We've been doing that as a church family. We just feel like it's not necessarily the best decision. It's just the one that we landed on. There's 100 directions you can go. This is the one we landed on that we felt like was good for our church family. So we're continuing to encourage that. The Minnesota state guidelines, which are changing, it seems, weekly. So that being said, as you come this weekend, some people will have masks on and some people won't have masks on. And can I just say that is okay? Wherever you're at with that, we as a church family, we're not going to micromanage that. We're not going to try to figure out who's vaccinated, who's not, why people are wearing masks, why people aren't. We actually want to hold that really loosely as we move through the end of this and encourage you to as well. For us to really embrace each other, to create the kind of proximity that you feel comfortable with as an individual or you and your family. And so we're not going to micromanage the whole situation. And then the other thing is this: we as a church family want to move beyond questions that divide. And so I want to encourage you to not make the topic of conversation as you're meeting with people, and some are masked and some aren't masked, to not let the topic of conversation go quickly to vaccines and all that sort of stuff, but to actually just be with each other, to greet each other, to love each other, to worship together, to pray together, to study the word together, to laugh together, to do all of those things that we traditionally do together as a church family, and keep the main thing the main thing. So I hope this makes sense. I'll share a little bit about this weekend, but not a lot, because it's not the main thing. And so come on out. Let's have a good time together. Let's experience God's presence in our midst together. And as we transition through the end of however long it'll take, moving out of COVID, may God surround our church family and the broader church and our community with grace, with peace. May our unity run deeper than all the stuff that surrounds us in the culture. May our unity be centered in Jesus and the family that we're a part of. So God bless you all. We'll see you this weekend.